What would Han Solo be called if he were a proponent of the legalization of weed?
What's that?
Han So High.
You've really outdone yourself.
Fuck off.
You've really outdone yourself.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational battle station.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Escape Podcast. My name is Cameron Howe.
I'm Zach Fielder, and our news today is we have back
Justin Lindsay!
Woo!
Finally, our co-host we've been labeling as our main host for the last month and a half is finally back. After
7 episodes without him, and he's finally back.
I miss you guys.
We missed you too, Justin.
I missed you somewhat, only a little bit.
I miss these.
Don't worry. He told us how bad we fucked up when he was gone. So
Yes.
he knew what we were doing.
All right. Well, he's like one of the most avid listeners we have, unfortunately. So
That's the most avid listener we had lately is our co-host.
like, you can tell on SoundCloud.
Number one fan.
You can tell on SoundCloud with the stats where they're coming from. 14 plays from Fort Leonard Wood. Gee,
Really?
I wonder who was doing that.
It shows you that?
Yeah.
Great.
So, what we got on tap for today? We finally, about a month in after we announced that we were going to be reading to Expanded Universe towards, I guess in this case, canon towards Star Wars, and we have now all completed it. That canon comic book that we read.
The one we talked about a fucking long time ago, too.
About a month, 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Was Darth Maul, son of Dathomir from 2014.
I love Darth Maul.
I love Darth Maul too.
I love Darth Maul.
And this was such a great story too. Like it showed just how like supremely evil he was.
Oh, it was so good. And then of course after this we're going to be talking about our favorite and least favorite plot holes and cut out, and that'll be it. All right, you guys ready to go?
It only seems fair though that since we have Justin back, we go back to the roots of Star Wars again.
Yay.
Finally. Because that podcast we had with just me and you was a bit stale. It was more like a conversation that we just kind of recorded.
I liked
got
it.
good remarks on that.
You did?
I liked
People
it.
really enjoyed that
I really
one.
enjoyed it as well.
Okay, maybe
You
I'm
have
just the only
somebody
one.
talking how bad Batman is and Spidey.
Yeah, like I said, he's kept us up to date. He didn't like one of our co-hosts talking bad about Spider-Man and Batman.
We got
Those
4
were
mics
boys.
now, so we can get you guys all on at one time.
We're gonna have
So
an
we
epic
can
rap
just
battle.
bat it out, motherfucker.
I've been thinking of raps and
Be
everything.
warned.
Yes.
He is hard to crack, too. He's not like, oh, okay, I acquiesce because your logic. He'll be like, oh, what's that? Diversion tactic, I win. It's really strange how Connor operates. Okay, so,
But you're my boy Connor. Let's get this rolling.
all right. Darth Maul, son of Dathomir. Essentially, it takes place, if this makes sense, it takes place during the Clone Wars, after the Clone Wars.
After episode 2, but still in the fallout aftermath between 2 and 3.
Yeah, so the Clone Wars, the war with the clones in Star Wars is going on, but it's after the series, The Clone Wars. And essentially, this is more of a supplement for what would have happened in Season 6 of Clone Wars if Disney didn't shut it down. So that's essentially what's going
This
on
was
here.
all written by Dave Filoni before it got shut down as well.
Yeah.
So,
If you want to be precise, it happens about 19 BBY in between the first and the second half of Dark Disciple. That's another thing we should get into. Another canon book that sounds really interesting. So, getting cut in half by Obi-Wan and being rejected by his former Sith master isn't going to defeat Darth Maul. We know this. In fact, it only made him mad enough to take on the entire fucking galaxy. Now, with an army of Mandalorians after forming a Shadow Collective, which is essentially a criminal organization composed of Hutt's Black Sun Mandalorians and the fearsome Night Brothers.
Yeah, so it's not just Mandalorians. It's Mandalorians, Zabraks, thugs, gangsters.
Black
the
Sun,
scum of the
Black Sun,
universe.
the
is
Pike
now,
Syndicate.
Yeah, the scum of the universe is now under Darth Maul's control.
After he killed Pre Vizsla and took hold of Death Watch, he took over a lot of shit, and he has reasonable means of actually taking down, not the Empire, but maybe the rebels if he wanted to.
He wants full control of the galaxy, safe to say.
Maul's certainly waging war against the galaxy, and especially Darth Sidious, his former master, who betrayed him after he was cut in half by some Padawan who's like, by the way, slippity slice, I got you. You thought you had the high ground. No, fuck you.
Go to hell with saying that. I hate you.
So he's also trying to take down, of course, Dooku, his apprentice, whom he despises.
Because naturally the Sith way is you want to be the most powerful, so you have to take out who's out there.
Well, yeah,
to assert your dominance.
Course. And he teams up with Savage, his brother, in Clone Wars. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, Sidious killed Savage.
And took prisoner.
And then he took Maul prisoner after the Mandalorian war between him and the Empire failed.
It was after episode Lawless is when this all took place.
Lawless. Is that season 5?
Yeah, season 5.
Okay. I don't know if it was like that lost episode shit, which is just half of season 6, but they didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Just gotta fill this in really quick.
Okay, so essentially this is adapted from the unproduced screenplays of season 6. So this is essentially what would have happened in Clone Wars, except they couldn't finish it, so they still produced it in the book form anyway. So, our story takes place on Stygian. It's an ice world in the Outer Rim. And on Stygian lays a prison that is only known to a few. Inside that prison, you hone in to see Darth Sidious torturing Maul. "It would be wise to kill me," Maul groaned. "Do not confuse the fact that I have allowed you to live with compassion, my former apprentice," says Sidious. I think that was kind of good. Then Dooku rolls on in. Yeah, I know. I'm jerking my own. I'm breaking my arm, jerking myself off. Then Dooku rolls on in, and he's all like, "Ho, ho, ho, look, Maul, a competent apprentice. Let's leave this peasant Dookunator."
Competent my asshole, too. Dooku is not competent whatsoever.
Oh, I think it was more like, "Fuck you, Maul. Someone else is kind of good."
Right, yeah, I'm taking your position now, bitch.
It's more like a stepping stone to what he really wanted, which was Anakin.
Yeah. Little Annie.
But yeah, no, I don't see Dooku as being competent.
No. And you can see, like, that when Anakin fucking kills him, it's like, clearly Anakin's more strong.
Begging for his life.
What did he even say? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember, but I remember the scared puppy dog look he was giving him.
"No, don't kill me. I'm too weak."
Do it.
Do it.
Alright. Then Sidious is all like, "We need to kill Mother Talzin," but Duke's already thought Grievous killed Talzin on Dathomir, which we know he can't ever fucking kill anything.
Fails every time.
4 lightsabers.
Especially someone who, I mean, they call it magic, but we know it's the Force, who's so powerful in the Force. Dooku isn't.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think Mother Talzin might be honing into some other energy source because we've never seen anything like this that any Force user has ever achieved.
But as we explained in our Grey Jedi talk, even though it's not canon, people are still able to adapt their own uses of the Force.
This is true, and if you dig into legends, you know of Sith incantations, where they could resurrect the dead, decapitate flesh, have fire tornadoes come spawning from certain chants, which is exactly
some biblical type shit.
Yeah. It was fucking crazy what they did, and this is exactly what actually happened. If you watch Clone Wars, I think it was season 4, episode 19, called Massacre. It was like a little trilogy arc where Asajj Ventress runs to the Night Sisters, and then Grievous is like, "I'm gonna kill Asajj Ventress because Dooku don't like her no more." And then
there's the rule of 2 also.
The rule of
Dooku was training Asajj because I guess he was planning on overthrowing Sidious.
What happened was Dooku was training Asajj to overthrow Sidious. Exactly what you said, but Asajj wanted to be what she believed to be the Sith leader. She didn't know. Oh, maybe she did know about Sidious. So she trained an apprentice from Talzin, Savage Opress, to. Oh wait, no. Okay, I'm fucking it up. Sidious told Dooku, "Hey, so you better not overthrow me. Get rid of Asajj." And he's like, "Alright, fuck you, Asajj." And he banished her. And then Asajj wanted revenge, so she trained an apprentice, got Savage, had Mother Talzin buff him up, and then they tried betraying Dooku. Not betraying. They tried killing Dooku by getting on a ship and just massacring him. But then Savage got so overwhelmed with the Force and power that he tried killing both of them while it was happening, and that failed miserably.
He got power hungry.
So Asajj failed, Savage failed, say that 10 times fast, and then we cut to this, where Grievous goes on to Dathomir to kill Asajj because Dooku sent her. I mean, because Dooku wants to kill her after what that shit she pulled. Then she fights with the Night Sisters. Mother Talzin resurrects the dead army, those little sacks on Dathomir. They're just full of dead witches. Needless to say, the droid army actually wins, surprisingly, but...
Roger.
Roger. Then they go ahead and Grievous changes his target via Dooku to Mother Talzin. And that's where we stand with today. And of course they failed, but Grievous didn't fucking kill Talzin. We know this. But
big shocker, Grievous couldn't kill anyone and he failed.
Failure. But that's what I love about this comic, though. If you... all right. I will get into
You're
it.
getting ahead of us, Justin.
Grievous.
all right. So Dooku's all like, "Oh, I thought Grievous killed Talzin on Dathomir." And then Sidious is all like, "Proof that Maul exists is enough evidence to think that Grievous totally failed," or something dark side. Something like that. And then Maul then they decide to tell Maul's backstory. And by the way, this directly actually uproots what Darth Plagueis had said, which is unfortunately legends. But the new official backstory is that Talzin raised Maul using magic, and then Sidious took him as an apprentience from Talzin.
Lying in the title, Son of Dathomir.
This is true. Actually, I didn't put that together until right fucking now, so I'm glad you pointed that out for me. All right, let's see here. Then it cuts back to the duo and then Sidious sends Dooku to find out what he can about the army that Maul has amassed. Maul is then rescued by the Death Watch and Spire.
That's the Mandalorian squads for you.
Yeah, the Mandalorian army.
Who, I mean, if anyone knows what Mandalorian armor looks like, they modeled it after Maul's markings. So red and black, and the leader actually has horns on his helmet.
See, I think those are called, I don't want to say Super Trooper, but I like to call them Maldalorian just because it works so well.
That was very nice wordplay.
Thank you. I think I really want a Maldalorian suit. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I thought of it, but I'm sure I'm not original. I had a black and red on the side. What?
I say, as long as you did it by yourself.
So you had black and red on the side with the armor plates, and then on the top of the helmet you had these metal spikes resembling as a Brock scalp.
But I thought only the commander had it, the leader.
I don't know, maybe. You see it at Clone Wars, and it's really fucking cool.
It is. It's badass looking.
Oh, man.
Was it only the leader? I thought there was more than one.
I thought it was his...
I saw like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't really remember.
Like generals. I don't know.
So, essentially...
His personal squad.
Yeah.
Death Watch... on their knees, sucking Maul's dick for anything they want.
Who wouldn't?
Savage. He's a little bit taller. They hunch over a bit. So, let's see here. So Death Watch totally loves their unaiding effort to favor Maul, but the Pike Syndicate and Black Sun are in it for the money. So if he doesn't, put forward in all this success, they're going to crap out on him.
The money don't show, they ain't going to go.
Absolutely. So then it cuts to Sidious talking to Dooku, blah, 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 blah. Maul is then rescued from Death Watch from the Spire on Stygian Prime before rendezvousing with more forces on Zanbar. He's rescued by Grievous and the Separatist droid army under orders to weaken Maul's base of power in the hopes that he seeks out Mother Talzin, the person who raised him, to give him more strength.
Yeah, Sidious planned all this out. Sidious wanted Maul to escape. He knew eventually the escape was going to come, and Sidious, the end goal for Sidious right now is to finally kill Mother Talzin. She is a huge threat to Sidious and his plans.
Absolutely. Now, what was even a bigger threat to Sidious and his plans?
Maul and his army.
Fucking Ewoks. Never thought of the Ewoks. And that was the downfall of the entire Empire.
I know.
Little fucking tree-hugging teddy bears with logs and hang gliders.
I guess we're continuing from last week. All right, let's go.
Okay. So, they're trying to draw out Talzin. Sidious has this plan that they're going to follow Maul to find Talzin and bring her out and try to kill her. The two forces engage on Zanbar, and each side suffers heavy losses, the Death Watch and the Separatist army. And they flee to make...
Separatists have way more forces, so they can spare these droids.
Oh, yeah. I mean, droids are nearly expendable anyway. They have very little value.
Grievous knocks droids' heads off for the fun of it.
I mean, Grievous is like 98% droid already, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got like a heart and maybe some eyeballs.
He's got the inner workings. I mean, he coughs, so he has to have lungs. And
Maybe.
tricky.
We don't really know. So he's trying to force Maul to flee and make contact with this Dathomirian witch, Mother Talzin. That's episode 1. That's issue
I
1.
wouldn't even call her like a witch. She's the leader.
Okay,
of the
fine.
Dathomirians.
Queen witch, whatever you want to call
She
her.
is a witch, but I mean, she's head bitch in charge.
Witch bitch.
That's why
You
she's
want
a mother.
Witch bitch?
Head bitch in
What?
charge.
What'd you say,
So
Justin?
that's why she's a mother.
Yeah, that's what she's
Ah,
the mother.
They're always in charge.
We have the Night Sisters and the Night Brothers,
Well, those are opposite sides of the planet and they fucking hate each other.
but they're all the mother's children.
No, I don't think she made the Night Brothers. I think she just kind of uprose Maul.
There you go.
I think she rescued him from.
Yeah, but they
that
answered to
cult.
her. I mean, she sent them.
She sent what?
She sent them to Maul's side. In episode, what was it, the issue 3? I think it was of this book.
You know what? Yeah, I know you're
She
talking
sent
about.
them to. So she got
got
her.
her-
She's got them by the nuts. So.
All right.
Do my bidding.
So, issue 2. You want to read it, Justin?
What, this?
Yeah.
Sure.
Got a little script going. We're cheating.
In the aftermath of his defeat on Zanzibar at the hands of General Grievous, Darth Maul has fled back into
Grievous
space.
won. This
This is great. I
This
know.
whole series is just doing shit that
wins.
we never knew.
I know. Like, this is the only sign of success that Grievous ever gets is in a fucking
He's a
comic book.
fucking
I wouldn't say
general.
the only sign. In the first season of the Clone Wars, I mean, the Shadow of Malevolence, he took down a couple in Republic cruisers, but he got overthrown by Skywalker, Plo Koon, and Snips.
Okay, so slight success with
He's
immediate
had
failure.
minor successes, but this is a major
This is
victory.
huge. This is huge.
I
This
know.
is like
this
his
is-
first
this is
real
his
victory.
biggest jump, and
And
you
he's
know
a
what's
general.
funny?
I mean, like, how do you get there without a
How can you become a
victory?
general without winning anything?
How did he even get those 4 fucking lightsabers?
I want-
You know what I'm getting? Why is-
saber to my collection.
Now I'm using. I know this is not canon, but according to Lego Star Wars, Grievous is not Force sensitive.
No, he just likes
He
wielding
just has
lightsabers.
sabers.
Yeah.
He's a robot.
Yeah, he just likes wielding lightsabers.
So how the fuck does he think he's gonna somehow be a Sith Lord? That's his goal, isn't it? To rise in the ranks and become this apprentice to a Dooku.
Is that his goal?
I don't think so.
What is his goal?
He is just the leader and commander of the droid army.
They were
Yeah.
to say he was just a cuck. And I was like, I mean, possibly.
No, cuck is very loosely used. People have misinterpreted the word. He's a cunt, but not a cuck.
This is true. He is a cunt.
But
is a
no,
cunt.
but no,
Your dad's a cunt. Your mom's a cunt. You're a cunt.
but no. He mostly just wants to have power. He wants him and his droid army to be the supreme army of the
Yeah.
galaxy.
That's never gonna happen if they're droids.
As
Roger,
long as
Roger.
Grievous is in charge too, because he can't win shit.
Oh my god, he's so worthless. All right, well, except for now, I guess.
Okay.
Cool concept of a character poorly executed. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm reading. Darth Maul has fled back into space, where he contacts Mother Talzin for guidance, just as Darth Sidious and Count Dooku intend him to do. Hoping to lure Talzin into a trap, Talzin speaks to Maul from across space using the Night Sister's magic. As Maul tells her what happened on Zanzibar, Talzin has anticipated
Zanzibar?
Zanbar.
Down at Zanzibar.
Talzin has anticipated that Sidious wants to lure her into her trap, so she sends Maul to Ord Mantell to regroup with his Black Sun allies. What?
And if anyone's
Orbital.
played Coder 2,
Knights of the Old Republic.
Ord Mantell is the last planet you go to
Cool.
recruit and do what you need to do.
So Talzin's totally honing in on, hey, Sidious is trying to fucking get to me.
It's a Mandalorian moon, so I like how they're incorporating stuff.
Yeah, Mando Moon.
I feel like I'm reading a story to my
you
daughter
are
right
on
now.
it today with these word plays.
Thank you, buddy. So Talzin realizes what Sidious is trying to do, and she's trying to lure him out. That's essentially what happened in issue 2.
Falling right into Sidious's plan.
You want me to keep going?
Is that all issue 2?
No, I mean, you wrote
No,
a whole
go ahead,
shit
bud.
ton.
I'm sure there was more. I've read it twice.
Yeah.
I read it 3 times,
Good.
but I did. I read it like a month ago, and then
I read it a month ago too.
like
I read
another,
it
and then
right
like 2
I read
weeks
it a
after
week
that,
ago.
and then I just read it before I came here.
It's really forgettable.
Yeah. Are we gonna rate these?
Well, I mean, where would you insert the penis?
Rate. Rate.
Wow! All right,
Right in the
Rick and
spine,
Morty's
I
coming
guess?
out on this one.
She tells Maul to gather his forces for another battle with the Confederacy of Independent Systems so they can capture Dooku and Grievous, though she herself does not intend to be on Ord Mantell. Upon arrival on Ord Mantell, Maul speaks with his allies in his Shadow Collective, namely Zeitzen, what?
He's the big buff guy. You remember him?
Oh,
yeah, with the huge pecs and the giant shoulder pads from Black Sun.
Of the Black Sun, yeah. And Fife of the Pike Syndicate.
Oh, he's kind of like...
Black Sun, if any of you don't know, is a crime syndicate.
Super cool.
Who spans across mostly the Outer Rim.
Their emblem
Is that
really
what everybody keeps talking about, making the underworld?
The Underworld what?
The Underworld movie, like.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, never mind.
Underworld movie, or do you mean
like the
Star Wars 1313? That canceled Boba Fett game.
No, they were talking about like some underground crime syndicate Star Wars movie.
Probably Black Sun.
Yeah, more than likely it's Black Sun. They're a very reoccurring group.
To inform them that the battle between the Separatists will take place on Ord Mantell, Maul expresses his confidence that they can defeat the Separatist battle droids and trap both Dooku and Grievous. Meanwhile, Dooku and Grievous prepare their own strategy while making their way to Ord Mantell. Dooku informs the cyborg general that Talzin and Darth Sidious were once allies. On Ord Mantell, Maul and his allies plan for their attack against the Separatists. The plan is to lure them into a specific point in the Black Sun's controlled territory, where the Mandalorians, Black Suns, and Pikes will engage in a counterattack against invading droids.
This is just like whenever they took over Mandalore in the first place. That's how Maul took over Mandalore, was with the help of Death Watch, the Pike Syndicate, and the Black Sun. What happened was they sent the Pike Syndicate and the Black Sun to Mandalore, and they're like, look at us, we're crime lords, let's fuck some shit up on some civilians. And then Duchess Satine was like, oh no, I'm a pacifist, I'm gonna do jack diddly fucking squat. And then Previza's like, oh ho ho, look at me and my army, yes, everyone follow me. And that's how we gained control of Mandalore.
That's a hard comparison though, because I mean, the Mandalorians, Extended Universe, Legends, Knights of the Republic, it doesn't matter what the Mandalorians are in, they are, to my video game nerds, they are the equivalent of the Krogan from Mass Effect. They are the people you do not fuck with unless you want to die. The Mandalorians are the supreme warriors of the universe.
Well, I mean, back in the day, but then Mandos became very peaceful and pacifistic, and the only real warriors that were left were exiled to the moon. I forgot the name of it off of Mandalore, and that's where Death Watch presided. The last of the Mandalorian wars.
Yeah, which I do not agree with the fact of making the Mandalorians diplomat. It was added such girth that you had a species of people who thrived on combat. Like they had a combat system to themselves. Your hierarchy was established by who you could defeat in battle. If you wanted to be someone in the Mandalorian ranks, you had to fight and beat the person who held that position.
That's like how Maul took over the power of Mandalore. He did a one-on-one challenge against Pre-Vizsla, took his Darksaber. I don't know if he beheaded him or not, but he fucking killed his ass really quickly. Not as quickly as Obi-Wan killing Maul, but
so
it was.
What are those dudes from Game of Thrones? The guys with the long hair that they kill each other and.
The Hound?
No, the girl she marries the leader of them.
The Drog, not the Drog, the Khal Drogo.
Yeah,
and
Drago. Fucking Aquaman.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Dothraki.
That's exactly how they operate.
I love war-thriving civilizations because they have the most honor. They are honest. You will not find someone more honest than someone who thrives in war and battle because they have a code of ethics to hold up.
Okay.
I don't know, that's just my personal opinion.
All right.
But yeah, the battle, back to this, the Confederates and the droids, they are, you're fighting freaking people from Avatar: The Last Airbender when you go against the Mandalorians, and when you go against the droids, you're fighting against a couple Rugrats. There's no comparison.
Okay.
All right.
Rant for the day.
The plan is to lure the specific point in the Black Suns' controlled territory where the Mandalorians, Black Suns, and Pikes will engage in a counterattack against the invading droids. As they continue to prepare for battle, a team of Night Brother warriors led by Brother Viscus arrives after having been sent by Mother Talzin to reinforce Maul's army. As Maul greets the Night Brothers, the Separatists arrive in orbit and begin their attack. Using their fleet to bombard the surface of Ord Mantell, Maul immediately orders his forces to begin carrying out their assault, while the Night Brothers are to wait in their command center for instructions. The Separatists deploy their droid forces on the surface, where they are met in the battle by the limited but powerful numbers of the Shadow Collective troops, Mandalorian, Pike, and Black Suns alike. Meanwhile, Count Dooku arrives with a number of droid guards, while Maul leaves the surface and makes his way to the Separatist fleet. He and the Mandalorians' warships attack the command ship as Grievous realizes the Separatists have been lured into a trap. On the surface, Dooku is confronted by the Night Brothers, and a duel ensues between the Sith Lord and the Dathomirian warriors.
So here we see that Maul is not just, the Padawan assassin that we knew. He's actually with the guidance of Talzin in episode 1 of Phantom Menace.
When the fuck was he ever a Padawan? Motherfucker, that's light side only.
He was just the apprentice.
Not apprentice, I'm sorry.
Apprentice.
Not a Padawan apprentice.
Okay.
That was my mistake. But in episode 1, Phantom Menace, we see him as an apprentice, an assassin, not very talkative. Here we see he is a great strategizer. Even though he had the help of Mother Talzin, he had great strategies to overcome the Separatists, Dooku, and Sidious.
Absolutely.
Well, it's quoted in there. He says, "Carry out my plan." That's his plan.
Right.
I mean, and he's a leader now. It's insane.
I know how far he's come from crawling around with only half a body.
Half a body to some...
Yeah, how he's recovered from insanity and now commanding a giant army.
Some lone wolf, crazy.
Recovering from what George Lucas wanted to happen. All right, you get 3 minutes of screen time. Bye-bye. All right, so I think that's all of issue 2 that came along. I think that was really interesting how the entire syndicate attempted to take out the Separatist army, especially with the help of the Night Brothers, while Maul is at the helm of this trying to destroy Grievous.
The trap he set for Grievous and the warships was pretty cunning.
Pretty fucking damn good.
Yeah, they didn't see it coming. They were not detected on radars, nothing. They were completely thrown off guard by the Mandalorian.
But Grievous showed his intelligence and was like, something's not right.
Yeah, no.
Which was insane, because he's an idiot.
This is also a huge character arc for Grievous, where we see a better side of him than the idiot failure that we see in the Clone Wars and the movies.
Fucking Revenge of the Sith. He can't even be a guy with one lightsaber.
And he has 4 arms, 4 sabers, and he's
got guards. And Obi-Wan's like, he kind of snuck up, but he's like, "Ooh, hello there," and he's like, "Oh, what's that? I have all this time to prepare, and I'm still gonna fucking lose with all these propeller blades coming at you. Yeah, I'm so great at this."
So uncivilized.
I think what Ewan actually did a great job in Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones.
They casted a great actor for that character.
I love the mannerisms of Alec Guinness.
The negotiator too. Like, he really did present himself as someone who knew his way with words. He was poised, posturous. He knew what he was doing.
You know what's really sad? Lucas initially tried casting Leo DiCaprio as Anakin for Attack of the Clones, and he said no. For good fucking reason, of course, after he saw that shitstorm with the movie Phantom Menace. But,
Good, no, I'm not saying Leo DiCaprio is a bad actor, but Ewan McGregor was perfect for the role.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think the excellent casting even would have fixed the prequels. I mean, they had...
no, wait, go back. Who'd you say he was going to play?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo.
Who was he going to play, though?
Anakin.
He wasn't going to play Obi-Wan. He was going to play...
Christensen's Anakin.
Oh, my God, I love Leo.
Wouldn't that have been fantastic?
Oh, I love Leo. Oh, my God, why did that not happen? The stars could have aligned.
Now listing for the movie Revenant, best Oscar goes to The Bear. Whatever, I don't fucking know.
The Oscar goes to...
Alright, so issue 3. In the aftermath of the battle between the Shadow Collective and the Confederacy of Independent Systems on Ord Mantell, in which Darth Maul and Death Watch captured Count Dooku and General Grievous, The Jedi Order sends a team to Ord Mantell to investigate what happened. Jedi Master Mace Windu contacts Supreme Chancellor Sheev Palpatine, secretly the Sith Lord Darth Sidious.
You think that's why-
No one knew that.
You think that's why he was so fucking mad about everything?
Yeah, 'cause he's like-
his dad named him Sheev. Like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
world.
I'm gonna kill Hugo Damask, Darth Plagueis. I'm gonna take over the whole fucking galaxy via the Senate, and then just reign over everything, killing
fuck you, Dad.
anybody in my fucking path. You know why? Because I got daddy issues.
Oh, jeez.
Makes sense now.
Yeah, that's the key route. I'm just mad because my name is Sheev. And he never went by Sheev. He's always been Palpatine.
Yeah, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine or Sidious.
Yeah, well, yeah, most people don't call him Sidious. But yeah.
Well,
That's a secret, man. You'll find that out in Revenge of the Sith. Okay.
where am I at? Okay. To inform him that Darth Maul was behind the battle. Windu suspects that the Galactic Republic can use this information to capture Maul and Dooku and use their capture to end the Clone Wars.
So now the Jedi are trying to get in on taking down Maul and Separatists?
Yeah.
But they couldn't even handle Separatists. What makes you think you could fucking handle Maul with the pikes and
Yeah,
the
it
Black
took,
Sun?
it took 2 Jedi to handle Maul, and now he has a fucking army
I mean, you're gonna need a lot
of
more than that.
Mandalorians.
There's hundreds of Jedi currently at this time, but I mean, you see how shitty the Battle of Geonosis went for them. I don't think they could handle that.
Right. The Jedi continue their investigation in Ord Mantell City. Along with Windu are Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tip Lee, who we've never seen. She is a new race of people.
No, Tip Lee and Tip La, they were, you know what they look like?
The pink girls with the big...
Yeah. They were, oh shit. So, I think season 5 of Clone Wars.
Okay, so this is someone I haven't seen yet, but they have been introduced.
Yeah,
watching that right
they
now?
were in Clone Wars. Tip Lee and Tip La.
I'm still behind people, excuse me.
There was a clone that killed one of them because their little chip inside their brain that was supposed to execute Order 66 went off early. And this kind of brings forward, it doesn't fully explain what will happen in the execution of Order 66, but it kind of shows the reasonings why, especially if you know what's going to happen. It doesn't fully give it away, which is really good about Clone Wars. And essentially, Top goes insane. He tries removing the chip against what the committed ones wanted to do. He goes rogue, trying to figure it out. He tries telling the Supreme Chancellor, and the Chancellor turns on him and frames him, and he's like, he tried killing me! The whole galaxy's after this one clone named Top. And they eventually just end up shooting him down after he tried coaxing Anakin and I think it was Rex into talking to him because he knew he could trust him. Anyway, it was really good arc at the end of the series. You guys should watch it. That's what they're talking about.
And Aayla Secura was with him in this. They discover a Death Watch helmet, confirming their intelligence that Mandalore had allied with Darth Maul. Mandalore is the highest rank you can receive in the Mandalorian people. Mandalore is the leader of the Mandalorians.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Noted.
Fearing that Mandalore could fall to the Separatists, Kenobi and Tip Lee launched an investigation of Vizsla Keep 09, where the Jedi suspected Maul was hiding. On the outpost, Maul contacts Darth Sidious via hologram and informs him that Dooku and Grievous have been captured. Sidious tells Maul to kill them, for the Dark Lord of the Sith has no use for what he sees as failures. Rather than kill them outright, Maul orders Grievous to be taken to the brig. Meanwhile, the Jedi begin their approach toward the outpost, and Tip Lee fears that Kenobi will be unable to keep his emotions under control. Maul killed Satine Kryze or Kryz?
I don't know Satine's last name.
Kryze, the Duchess of Mandalore, and a close personal friend of Kenobi's. See, here, this is what, since I haven't finished the Clone Wars, this threw me for a spin, because Obi-Wan had feelings for a woman.
I'm pretty sure he fucked her brains out at one point. I think we can safely say that.
You think he digged her down all night?
I think he dicked her down in secrecy, just like what Anakin did to Amidala. I really think that.
So this shows a little more human side to Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Something we haven't seen.
Obi-Wan, we were lovers. I don't remember ever having a one-night stand.
So yeah, this was a big shocker to me when I was reading this, that Obi-Wan actually did have relations with someone.
Oh yeah. It's strange how they like go in the corners like, I know we were dating before, but we gotta do this rap. And she's like, oh, I'm a pacifist now. It's okay, Obi-Wan. It's like, all right,
Mandalorian pacifist. It doesn't make sense.
I really want your vagina. He doesn't say that, but that's what he's thinking. We all know it.
I want to taste you. Anyways.
We've all been there.
Sweet and sour sauce in my pussy. The Duchess of Mandalore and a close personal friend of Kenobi's. Kenobi assures his fellow Jedi that he will not fail. As the Republic approaches, Maul offers Dooku a choice. Join Maul or die. So now he's trying to recruit powerful allies to overthrow Sidious, teasing that urge all Sith have to be more powerful and to get rid of the person more powerful than
Urge.
them.
That's a goal.
But it's something they crave. It's an urge they want to eventually capitalize on.
Through strength I gain power. Through power I gain victory. Through victory my change will set me
here,
free.
you bitch.
That's the Sith code.
Yeah. I know.
All right.
I know the code. They were both betrayed by Sidious, so Maul believes they can be allies. Mother Talzin appears in a cloud of magic smoke and reveals that she too was once betrayed by Sidious, and that Darth Maul is in fact her son.
Well, I think it's like metaphorical than it is literal. I mean, he's got horns on his head, and I don't think she...
He's got horns.
Imagine trying to pass that
We
to
don't know
your
what female
vagina.
Zabraks would look like.
Yeah, we do. We see them. No, they look the same, except the ones you're looking at right now that are specifically part of the Knight Brothers are tattooed. So they don't really look like that. They just kind of have pale white skin.
Yeah, they're human looking.
Yeah, they all have horns on their head. They're humanoids.
Yeah. As Talzin explains, they would be allies, and even now is working to find a new apprentice, Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
As they speak, the Republic assault on the outpost begins, and the Republic ships make their way through Gauntlet Fighter fire towards the base. Grievous uses the chaos to make it to an escape pod, while Dooku agrees to join Maul and fight against Kenobi's boarding party. So he didn't agree to betray Sidious. He just agreed to fight the Republic because they both have a hatred for the Jedi.
Okay.
Pretty much that's in a nutshell. That Dooku didn't really side with Maul to benefit him. He just thought it was the most logical outcome at the moment.
Yeah, just to get his ass out of trouble.
Because, I mean, reading these comics, Dooku actually is a very rational person. He thinks things through. So it's even shown in Clone Wars when he was captured by that group of outlaws with Obi-Wan and Anakin.
You mean Hondo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the pirates on that planet.
Yeah, the pirates. Yeah. So you know he's a pretty rational person.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Whatever can help him survive, because in all, he's a coward, really.
I mean, he whooped some
powerful
ass in
coward.
that.
Yeah, rational but coward.
He whooped some ass in that kind
He
of.
did. He did.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
What, he killed. Teppy or whatever. What the hell was it? The red person.
Tipley,
yeah. He ran his
Yeah.
lightsaber
I think
right
he choked
through.
her to death, right?
No, he ran his lightsaber right through. It was insane. I was like,
Oh yeah,
yes.
just straight impaled her.
Cool. All right. Issue 4, the final issue, where all the shit goes down. If you stay with us this long enough, I am proud of you. I happen to have stayed along with us, and I'm fucking doing the podcast. Here we go.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Love you.
It's not me, it's you. In the aftermath of the Galactic Republic and the Jedi assault against the Shadow Collective on Vizsla Keep 9, Darth Maul races... I read this better than most of you guys. Darth Maul races towards Dathomir and his Death Watch allies, as well as Count Dooku, who claimed to join Maul's vendetta against Darth Sidious. While en route to Dathomir, Maul is contacted by Ziton Maj, a black sun, the guy with the huge...
Yeah.
Check out the pics. Hoo-ha. And a member of the Pike Syndicate. Having lost the moon on Zanbar and the planet Ord Mandel, as well as the supply outpost in the fights against the Sith, the two allies have become worried that Maul's plan is failing and the fight has become a former Sith Lord's personal vendetta against his old master, which we know is totally correct. Maul assures them that they will be paid. That's the only reason why the Black Sun and the Pike Syndicate are in it. They're for the fucking money. And that once Darth Sidious is dead, the galaxy will belong to the Shadow Collective. Maul then orders Gar Saxon, a Mandalorian, to keep the Pikes and the Black Sun in line. Meanwhile, Maul tells Dooku that he knows the Sith Lord is not truly an ally, and that Dooku has been told by Sidious to play Maul's game. Maul then has Dooku taken into custody by Rook Kost. I think that's another Mando.
I think that was his right-hand man.
Right-hand Mando.
God, you were on it.
On Dathomir, thank you. Maul speaks to Brother Viscus, I've heard this guy before, hope he doesn't knock up a loogie, who survived his encounter with Count Dooku on the Battle of Ord Mantell. And Viscus tells Maul that his preparations have been made for the next phase of the plan. The Knight brothers take Dooku before Mother Talzin, which is their goal in the first place, who appeared in a cloud of smoke and begins to unleash the magic against the Sith Lord. Meanwhile, the Sith infiltrator arrives in orbit, carrying both Grievous and Sidious. Shit is gonna fucking go down.
So Sidious, sorry, what did you just read? Talzin got into a battle with...
it's coming up. Dooku is talking to Talzin.
Gotcha.
They're trying to deal out what happened before when Dooku tried fucking killing him with Grievous. That didn't fucking work out. And then all of a sudden, Sidious, his master, and Grievous, his subordinate, come on to try to kill Talzin now that they've lured her out.
Yeah, excuse me. This one issue of the whole series has all the big points in it, so I'm getting them confused right now.
Oh no, you're fine. I mean, Clone Wars is a very good help. If you guys haven't seen it, I mean, it's on Netflix. Just take a watch. It's fantastic. So let's see. Dooku and now Dooku, Grievous, and Sidious are all on Dathomir. And Sidious orders Grievous to jam the Dathomir communications and cloak the ship, allowing them to arrive on Dathomir undetected. Super stealth mode. Maul and the Knight brothers do not see the ship coming, of course, and they continue their plan. As Talzin uses her magic to draw the life force from Dooku so she can use it physically to manifest herself again. I don't know if you guys have seen this. They normally draw life force and these it looks like green smoke coming out of their body. They actually tried doing that to Jar Jar in an episode. It was fucking stupid, and and they brought it into an orb.
Why did they let him follow through with it?
Oh, totally off tangent. You know, Jar Jar had a girlfriend and totally probably had sex with her.
Is that the pink one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's the episode I'm talking about at the very end.
Yeah.
And then Mace Windu fights Talzin, and Mace Windu's having this battle with all the magic, and you know what's fucking happening. And then Mace is all the stupidest comment ever. Magic's just an illusion. As he's literally at wits trying to fucking combat it. Anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Again, I hate Mace Windu.
We know you do.
It's your boy.
That's racist. So,
It's not because he's black, it's just because he's black.
Okay. I mean, I've known Zach for a little bit of time now. I don't think he's too racist, so don't
I'm
take
not
that.
racist at all. I hate everybody equally.
See, he doesn't discriminate. So Maul doesn't see the ship coming. Dooku is then drawn life force from Talzin into a green orb. And as Maul explains, Talzin's physical appearance returns at a great sacrifice, and they had chosen Dooku to make that sacrifice. So Talzin's totally got Dooku right in her grips. As the process continues, an explosion rips through the area, and Grievous and Sidious appear before Maul to confront him. Sidious reminds his former apprentice that there is only one plan that matters, the plan of Darth Sidious to rule the galaxy. And
That's my favorite quote,
Okay,
actually.
Sheev, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up.
Sheev.
As they speak,
I know your true name.
As they speak, Maj and the Pikes contact Cass, informing that their separatist armies have begun attacking them. The Shadow Collective allies demand to know where Maul is, but Cass said that's not their concern, and that they're to fight the separatists. On Dathomir, Mother Talzin takes control of Dooku's body, and she and Maul engage in combat against Sidious and Grievous. Oh, I guess I forgot about that.
Epic fight.
Yeah,
it was good panels to look at.
It was really good.
Yeah, the art was amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You guys got to read this now. I know it's really hard to come by this comic book from Dark Horse, but you can get it on Marvel Unlimited for $6.
Dude, Marvel Unlimited is
$9.
20,000 plus comics at your disposal, plus new ones.
I said this you guys got onto me on the first episode. I told you how
Tomato,
great
man.
Marvel
It's like
Limited is.
Netflix
Why are you guys talking about
comics.
I don't
Marvel?
remember this.
Yes.
All right.
It's on there. I'll show you.
We gotta go.
That was 7 episodes ago. Don't expect too much
that's
from
ancient
us.
history, dude. Come on now.
All right.
It was yesterday for me.
7 weeks. Yeah, right.
So, Explosion rips through the area. Sidious and Grievous come on out, and Talzin fights Sidious and Grievous with the possessed Dooku. Talzin fights the Dark Lord while Maul attacks Grievous. Sidious gains the upper hand against Talzin, demanding that she release his apprentice. Sidious bombards Dooku's body with Force Lightning before Talzin releases Dooku and appears in physical form once again. Cast, meanwhile, continues to speak with the Black Sun and leaving the Pikes, who inform her that they're pulling out of the Shadow Collective, leaving Maul on his own to fight a Separatist fleet.
Because again, these guys are all thug criminals, bounty hunters.
They all
They're
want
just in
that
for the
money.
money.
Yeah.
And when there's no money, the war is pretty much pointless to them.
Maul then continues with his fight with Grievous, pushing him out of the way from the battle. Sidious once again unleashes lightning against Talzin, while Talzin herself sends a torrent of magical energy towards the Dark Lord. Maul pleads with Talzin to take his strength, but as Dooku enters the fight with his own lightning attacks, Talzin sends her son into retreat without her, even if it means her own doom. Talzin uses magic to telekinetically throw Maul into the fray as he pulled away from Cast and other Mandalorian warriors.
Magic and telekinesis. No, she fucking used the Force and Force pushed him away.
Call whatever you want. It's a shovel, it's a spike. Alright. But watches as Grievous returns to use his two lightsabers to fatally stab Talzin in the chest. This was the death that marked the fall of Dathomir and the end of Talzin's Night Sister covenant.
Grievous killed someone.
Grievous killed Mother Talzin.
So not only does,
with the help of Sidious, but don't let that.
Not only does Grievous have a huge arc where he's shown he has competence, strategic ability, and everything like that, but he killed one of the most powerful figures on Dathomir.
That ended the reign on Dathomir.
No, the most powerful figure on Dathomir. Grievous, of all people, killed her.
I mean, I couldn't believe it at first. I had to go on Wikipedia to be like, there's no fucking way she's dead. And said dead, 19 BBY at the hands of General Grievous. They can't get around that unless they rewrite it as somehow she's not dead like Darth Maul.
Well, she was a duck on the pond, though. I mean, you can't give him too much.
Bravo, Grievous.
She's not as cool as Maul. They're not going to bring her back.
Maul is the coolest.
Okay.
Shut up.
All right, I'll just go with it.
We have our own
Sidious.
opinions.
So now the Shadow Collective's in tatters. Maul and the Death Watch flee from Dathomir. Sidious, Dooku, and Grievous overlook Talzin's body, while Dooku regretfully says that Maul has once again escaped. Sidious is not concerned, however, as everything has transpired as he intended.
He should be concerned.
Maul... I haven't seen Rebels. Have you guys seen Rebels?
No.
Not yet.
We need to get into that if we're going to talk about Star Wars. Maul's future...
Yeah.
Maul's future as a Sith rival has been destroyed, while the Sith have taken over another step in securing their own future. So, that was pretty fucking good for a comic book series. What do you guys think about that?
It filled a lot. It filled like a lot of gaps. Like I know in the Clone Wars they talked about Talzin, Night Sisters, Dathomir, and all that good stuff, but it kind of brought closure to that, which is what we said in the beginning of the episode. But that's what made it the most enjoyable. It brought closure to an open-ended series.
I would have loved to have seen this in just an episode of Clone Wars. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, instead of just looking at amazing artwork, watching it,
Like, ooh, just
watching
imagine.
animations with you.
Boom, crack. Wow.
That's what I'm sad about, honestly. It's like, it just seemed way too short. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
four issues was not.
it went by quick.
I think Disney might have been like, all right, you guys settle down. I mean, I know we made you canon, but you sit the fuck down.
What do you rate it?
What?
What would you rate it out of 5?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Easily 4.5.
I would give it a 4.
I'd give it about a 3.
The fuck have you been reading?
It's just, I mean, it
Too short.
was way too short.
That is true.
It should have been done on the show. And I mean,
You can't
But-
rate a comic book for not being in a TV show. That's your rating.
well,
of a
that's
comic
what it
book?
was, though. I mean,
I know. Okay.
but- so
it's the
I mean,
best that they could have done.
yeah, but
I don't know.
And mind you, this whole time, Maul abandoned his double-bladed saber and has this bad-ass sword.
You guys know of the dark saber, right?
yeah,
created by Sith. No one knows fucking how, thousands of years ago, eventually held captive by the Jedi and stored away in a temple, only for Pre Vizsla, the head of the Mandalorian army at the time, to steal it and then try to conquer the entire fucking galaxy, only for Maul to take him on in a 1v1 duel and take the fucking Darksaber and actually do a better job of what Vizsla was doing.
The most evil and dark weapon in the whole galaxy is now in the hands of Maul. That's amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. And I found this guy on Reddit. He's making them for like $250 a pop, and they actually look really damn good. I've seen some shitty Darksabers. Believe me, they look like complete garbage. But these ones, they look really fucking incredible. I'd buy one if I had $250 lying around.
Apparently you do with your lightsaber.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what
that
I'm
was
saying.
6 months ago, and it was $450. All right,
Oh yeah, that's nothing, right?
maxed out my credit card. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get to plot holes today. I think this would just be it.
This was pretty drawn out, but it was a good
It was good.
conversation.
So what we should do right now is figure out what EU we're going to cover next month, so that you guys, our listeners, can read along throughout the month, and then we can all talk about it at the end, and then converse about what we liked and how we should rate it and what exactly was going on.
Here's what I think. So eventually we're going to open up to our listeners what they're going to give us suggestions and what we're going to read. But let's go around the cast. So since Darth Maul is my favorite character, it's just so happened that our first outside the animated series and movies and all that stuff was my favorite character, story about him. Let's go around the table, read stories about our favorite character. And since our boy Justin here, his favorite character is Snips, why don't we read the new Ahsoka novel for next month?
I like that idea.
The young adult novel?
Yes, the young adult novel, the most recent.
Okay.
And then last but not least, we'll get to, and Cameron, you get to pick this yourself, but a Darth Vader novel, graphic novel series, comic series, doesn't matter. You get to pick, and then we'll start opening it up to the public. But let's go through our favorite characters. We just did Maul, son of Dathomir. We can read the Ahsoka novel and talk about it at the end of this month, or the beginning of next month. And then come September,
Where you play it.
we will have read, and we will talk about something Darth Vader Cameron has picked.
I mean, it could be something else other than Darth Vader. I mean,
Yeah, no, it could be something else with Darth Vader. I was just saying we keep to our favorite characters and then just go from there.
yeah, we can do that.
Unless I'm mistaken and Darth Vader's not.
Well, I mean, we know a lot about Vader. I mean, 5 out of the 6 movies had him in it. Well, 6 technically, but not really. Unless you count his helmet in 7. We might do that too. But, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, something you pick of someone you really enjoy.
Yeah, sure. I'll think about it. That'll be fucking great if we can do that.
Yeah.
So
think about it.
Absolutely. But now, this month, July 2017, we will be reading the young adult novel Ahsoka.
Which takes place after the Clone Wars animated series.
Yes, and I think it takes place directly during and after the execution of Order 66, if I'm not mistaken.
Great.
Yeah, just a little
I'm
bit
excited.
after. So it'd be before Rebels, after the Clone Wars.
Okay, yeah, cool. Do you guys want to do
Does
this?
that sound good?
Deal.
All right.
Of course, anything with Snips, Justin's is involved.
All right,
He's
cool.
all about it.
You got anything else for us?
Again, remember to follow us on Instagram and
Good.
Twitter, escape_pod_cast. Tonight, I will have a Facebook page made for everyone to go follow. You will keep up to date of any shenanigans that we do, and the updates on the episodes. If you forget, I'll have frequent posting of the topics. But we will have a Facebook page by the next podcast.
Sweet. And next episode is going to be about anime, so stick around if you enjoy that stuff.
I love anime. This one's gonna be me and.
That's news to me. What?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
yeah, you like anime too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Really? Awesome. Okay, I
So
found a
we're
guy.
going to educate Cameron. This is going to be an episode Cameron does not talk on a lot.
I didn't even think I was going to have a mic, so this might work out. I don't fucking know. All right,
I
cool.
would like to hear your responses because some of the stories in these anime shows that we watch are fucking extreme and out of this world.
You talking about One Piece?
Not just One Piece.
Okay. Well, I don't really know anything, so.
I'm up to date now on My Hero Academia and Boruto, Naruto: The Next Generation. Pretty good.
Cool.
But yeah, we will get into this in more detail next week.
You've never watched an anime before in your life?
Pokemon Indigo League.
Pokemon counts.
Wow, yummy jelly donuts. Prom, 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 prom.
You have never watched Dragon Ball Z?
I read like a comic book back in the day.
Ghost in the Shell.
No. Wow. I heard the movie shit though.
The live action movie shit. I have every single movie made for them.
Really, the live action movie shit?
I haven't seen it. I got really poor reviews.
All right, signing out. Name's Cameron Howe.
I'm Zach Fielder.
Justin Lindsay.
See you guys next week.
Take it easy.